and they still want me to come out of retirement and whoop on some people.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. I said, I'm the best at 154. Everybody know it, and I'm gonna keep standing every time out, you know?
Yesterday fight was crazy. Crazy. Boots started grabbing him. Flanger. He hit him with the right hook. Bing, bing, bing. Zayas came down the middle. Boots, boom. My son Boots started rolling. Boots started rolling. They start busting. Boots came out the middle. Bing, dropped him. Oh my God, they was wildin'. Y'all.
I think we overhyping this victory in a sense where nobody picked Xander to win. I think it's going to be different when he goes up against a Fundora or a Virgil, because if one of those guys get him hurt like Xander did, I don't think it's going to be the same outcome. I don't worry about coming back to prove anything, but the only thing that I can say is I'm 10 steps ahead of him.
Is he going to be the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world one day?
I mean, when you look at him, he could be. When you look at him,
is he top 10 now?
On the front end, he could be.
On the front end, meaning the surface level talent.
Yes, man, yes.
So you're making a distinction between talent and skill. You're saying, I agree, Boots has the talent to do it.
Yeah.
Does he have the skill to do it?
That's what we have to wait and see. And the only way that we're really going to be able to see that, we see him in some really top elite competition.
Fundora, that's what we need to see.
Fundora, the Ortizes, guys like.
He got great power, defense, reflexes, all that, but the only thing that I can say is I'm 10 steps ahead of him. Like, I'm 10 steps ahead of him in smarts. No one, I think we overhyping this victory, in a sense where nobody picked Xander to win. Everybody was kind of like, okay, he's in over his head, and it's a matter of time before Boots catch him and end the fight. But what?
A FaceTime with His Excellency, who asked me, will we make the Crawford fight? And the answer Boots said to him, send.
The boxing world has reached a rare and unsettling consensus. Fans, pundits, and former greats are all pointing toward one individual and quietly uttering a word you almost never hear in the sport. Unbeatable.
What's up, y'all? Man, I woke up this morning feeling grateful, feeling thankful, feeling blessed. Man, I'm living a dream, baby. Living a dream.
Is it more talent or is he really skilled? You see him step into a ring with the Ortiz. You may see a completely different guy, especially if he gets touched.
Man, we gonna cook Ortiz. He gonna cook Ortiz just like he just got done cooking Zayas. You gotta understand that about Boots. Boots is willing to take yours to get his. And it's a trap. And I think that he fights off of feeling. That's what it is. It's feeling. He can pick and choose when he wanna step on the gas, when he doesn't wanna step on the gas. Like, bro, he made that. But Xander got his behind. But smack.
Terence about the Crawford fight. I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way. So I'm just tired of answering them questions, And if a fight happened, it happened. I want it to happen, but if not.
As he's already said, he loves the Terence Crawford Boots Ennis fight. I took him to see him, and he.
You're watching Jaron Boots Ennis navigate the most challenging waters of his career in 2026. The question isn't whether he can capture a championship. It's how many weight classes he'll tear through before he's finished.
He obviously said he he wanted to move up in competition to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So yeah, he definitely did say that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We ain't worrying about, right now we ain't worrying about Crawford. We gonna clean 147 now, then we gonna move to 154. If he there and he got a belt.
One of the reporters after Jaron Ennis's win the other day mentioned your name and said, look, if there's ever a time where you could do like a 172 catchweight with Ben Whittaker, could it happen down the line? Just your reaction to those comments. I mean, Boots didn't exactly say, yeah, let's do it, but the fact that was even mentioned, what's your reaction?
Yeah, madness. He's a great fighter. I think 170 is a bit too heavy for him, but very talented. I enjoy watching him fight, and if I do fight in America, maybe his card, I'd like to be on it.
To credit Boots, like, he's a tremendous talent, and he's no walk in the park for no one. You know, so he's a threat to anyone that he stepped foot in the ring with. You know, he got tremendous speed. He got great power, defense, reflexes, all that, you know. But the only thing that I can say is I'm 10 steps ahead of him. Like, I'm 10 steps ahead of him in smarts. And I think, you know, that's where he'd get in trouble with, you know, coming straight forward, you know, trying to box me or trying to, you know, think.
They say, I don't care. I just want to fight the top guys, the best guys. They're going to bring the best side out of me.
Most fans, when picturing a boxing superstar, search for one defining attribute: blinding speed, an iron chin, or fight-ending power. But analysts describe Ennis as a statistical outlier, a custom-built fighting machine.
He's the ticket. I'll fight Terence Crawford. Come on, man. Boots had a chance to fight me. Virgil Ortiz had an opportunity to fight me, you know, but now everybody, I'll fight Terence, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, okay, cool. When y'all had y'all opportunity, you know, y'all went elsewhere. But now that y'all see I'm the ticket, now y'all like, oh yeah, we want to fight Terence Crawford. We want Terence Crawford. That's the narrative now. We want to fight.
We can get it on. So he says, what about you coming up? I said, no. I'm with Showdown. You know what I mean? I said, now, you want to make the fight? You call Steven Espinoza and talk to him, discuss that. Cause that's who we with, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know? And when I said that, I said, plus I'm loyal to these guys. I don't just leave and go to another, you know.
A Broad Street massacre. We seen a death row execution. We seen I'm talking about, this shit was, did you see that shit?
I did. And to be fair, we got to give some credit to Xander. No, I mean, did you think it was done after the first round?
I'm going to give Xander a lot of credit. You know, the most credit I'm going to give him, he could take an ass whooping. I'm telling you, he's a boy. I'm talking about he can take an ass whipping. You hear me? For some rounds. I'm talking about, like, I was screaming, stop that shit. That kid has a fucking future. What are y'all doing? Like, I was wondering if he made Bob mad or shit. Because, like, this kid got a future. It's clear to see, y'all, this kid is not going to win this fight. He's about to die in here. And I was also saying if he dies, because they didn't want to stop this shit. But I'm like, damn, he got a future. Like, don't do that to that fucking kid.
He got a future still, and he's got heart still.
No, he got heart, he got a future, he can fight, landed some good punches. But, bro, that's Boots, bro.
I mean, okay, so Boots is the name of the day, the name of the night, but, you know, Crawford, the dust ain't even settled on that retirement check. If we were to see them, it's the next fight, and I know it's a huge if, I know it's probably a not, but who would you pick after a fight like that? I don't get to answer the question.
Yes, you do.
I don't get to answer the question.
Why don't you?
Because they don't want to hear from me. They want to hear from you. I get to ask the man.
I got Jaron Boots Crawford. Got him!
And, you know, the experience that he carried in the ring allowed him to be victorious that night, and his skills and talent.
Did you think he would look like that, or did you think he would look better, worse? What were you expecting going in?
I wasn't expecting anything.
Okay.
I was just expecting to watch Xander fight and Boots fight. And
send a contract. So Terence Crawford, if he gets past Madrimov on August 3rd, will have the chance.
Imagine the untouchable defensive mastery of Shakur Stevenson fused with the explosive knockout capability of Gervonta Davis. That's Boots Ennis, a fighter who shifts from orthodox to southpaw Philly shell without sacrificing any defensive awareness or punching power, making it nearly impossible for rivals to find any rhythm.
Sensational. You know what I mean? I thought it was a special performance. He did everything he said he was going to do. right? Everything through the lead up, he said, I'm gonna do, there's nothing that you can do that I can't do. I can do everything better than you.
Right.
But as I'm watching it, and like the first 5 seconds when Boots came out and landed that jab, the first jab, I was just like, dang, already? He's already established his range. He's already got his timing down. I was like, it's gonna be a short night for Xander Zayas. And as the course of the fight, what you mentioned, the third round, it's just boxing, baby. You know, he hurt him in the first round. He was going for the kill. Yeah, he squares himself up. And I told you guys about the flaws that he has. Yeah, they're technical flaws. However, man, he bit down, he fought back, and he got him up out of there. He broke him down and got him up out of there.
He sure did. And heading into the fight, although I don't know that Boots has proven, he certainly hasn't fought the guys that Benavidez fought, but it reminded me of Benavidez going into Zurdo Ramirez fight, which was kind of billed as a big fight. But really, did anyone think Zurdo Ramirez was going to beat Benavidez? No one thought so, because Benavidez is better in every department. Same here. Zayas is a nice young fighter. Boots does do everything better than Zayas, right? I don't know that it was quite as big a fight as people were making it out to be, because going in, you figured it to be one-sided, and it was, and I think maybe part of the reason people are having a big reaction to it is because Xander outperformed expectations in that third round. Mike?
Yeah, I agree with you, Max. This is not the final boss for Boots Ennis, right? So there's going to be much bigger fights for him in the future. And I know Xander is the Puerto Rican, and to pull a Max, you know who Boots reminds me of? Tito Trinidad. And I'm not saying that Boots is as good as Tito Trinidad. Yeah, but the way he reminds me of Tito is
how?
I don't know.
He's only worried about his offense. He's vulnerable. He's there to be hit. He might be chinny. We don't know yet, but he's going to be a sensational offensive fighter, like you guys said, and he is only worried about that. He's fantastic from the pocket. He's there to be hit.
Overhyping this victory, in a sense where nobody picked Xander to win. Everybody was kind of like, okay, he's in over his head, and it's a matter of time before Boots catch him and end the fight. But what round will it be? Right. Now, I think it's going to be different when he goes up against a Fundora or a Virgil, because if one of those guys get him hurt like Xander did, I don't think it's going to be the same.
And he knows. But the thing is with Terence also knows.
While Instagram highlights his devastating knockout clips, professional trainers are fixated on the 15 seconds leading up to the punch. They're not just studying his physical tools. They're amazed by his elite ring intelligence. Coached by his father, legendary trainer Bozy Ennis, Boots relies on flawless muscle memory and subtle head movement. Rather than panicking when pressured, he operates in what analysts have dubbed a slow motion matrix. He reads opponents' defensive patterns, masters the spacing, and essentially solves a puzzle.
USA and no Ring Magazine, an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Terence Crawford.
How were you able to stay calm in moments like that?
I've been doing it so long, brother. That's why I've been doing it so long. And when you know what you want him to do, and you know what he listens to, it is easy. You stay calm.
Now, is each fighter different? Like, does some need a pep talk in a situation like that, or does some just need like strategic instructions?
That's all. That's what you need. You know what I mean? All I gotta do is tell him to do certain things, and he has to do it. You know what I mean? Then a lot of times I don't like to tell him nothing because he know what to do. You know what I mean? He been doing it so long, man. You know what I mean? Like what, 36 fights now? Yeah, with 36 fights. So he know what to do. He know how to adjust to different styles.
Roy Jones said he felt like they should have stopped it in the 5th round. He said they felt like Xander was done.
I agree with it, and that's what I asked. I was asking Carl. I said, Carl, why they let it go? And he just jumped his head. You know what I mean? They should have stopped that. They should have been. And then you got to look at it. That slow count. It was a slow count. Mm-hmm. People didn't understand. I was watching the way he was counting. Aubrey Doc was counting. It was slow. You know what I mean? They let the boy get hit with too many shots, man. I mean, like I told everybody, Xander, that's my guy. I like that guy, man. You know what I mean? He's a good fighter, man. Let him live to fight another day, man. Don't take no punch.
It'd be a massive fight, you versus him. Huge.
Eddie been talking about that for a long time. But the crazy thing about it is I told Eddie, I said, Eddie, this is before Canelo. I said, Eddie, you keep talking about this fight so much. Put your money up. Eddie said, I'm not paying for that fight. I said, why not? You believe in your fighter? I'm not paying for that fight. I said, I rest my case. Okay. I won't talk about it.
Boots Ennis. But you've got people now who are champions at 47 that will look now at Boots.
Experts don't simply compare Ennis to one fighter. They spot elements of multiple Hall of Famers woven into a style. They note his ability to switch stances seamlessly and adjust in real time, much like Terence Crawford. They see the offensive creativity and blinding hand speed of Sugar Ray Leonard, and when he drops his hands and fires combinations from impossible angles, leaving opponents frozen. He flashes terrifying shades of Roy Jones Jr., but what makes Boots so dangerous is that he channels these legends while still maintaining his own distinct identity.
It's all about two of the best in the 154-pound division squaring off for two versions of the 154-pound title.
To be honest with you, Boots did everything I thought he would, except he did get a little lackadaisical at one point and got caught with a shot that I didn't expect him to get caught with. And I want to commend him for being smart enough to stay in the body, because people won't believe this, but the body shots are really what ultimately stopped Xander's eyes. It wasn't just the head shots. I think the body shots were more effective than the head shots.
So you think the body setup, the body shots had more effect than the head shots?
The body broke him down. He couldn't come back from the body shots. Every time he got caught with a good body shot, it stayed with him for a while. And like in that last round when he got stopped, he got hit with a body shot. His hands went down there. He wanted to protect his head, but he couldn't. He was too busy trying to protect his body. And that's why you got to always tell people always got to remember, you got to stay with that body attack. If you stay in that body attack, a lot of guys can't take that over a period of time. And a lot of guys don't really know how to brace themselves properly for a body shot. I'm finding that out more as I train fighters. I have so many guys that are really, I thought they were really top level guys, but they don't know how to take a body shot. And it's crazy because you have to teach them how to actually brace for a body shot. And nobody ever taught Xander. He just got away with it for so long. And Boots tested that. And Boots found out that he didn't know how to lock up for the body shot. So Boots started banging his body. And the body shots, like I said, the head shot, you can come back from. Just like Boots came back from the head shot that Xander hit him with. And to Xander's credit, he was trying to go to Boots' body too, but Boots can take the body shots. Boots can take the body shots. Xander can't take them like that. So Boots was really having much more effect on Xander's body than Xander was having on his. Now, he was trying, but it was to no avail. Boots was destroying his body. I mean, breaking his body down. That's what really ultimately, to me, caused him to start the fight, because the shot he hit him in that 7th round, he went down, but he was hurt already from that body shot. He was trying to protect his body more so than his head. Oh, well.
Easy work.
Fedor.
Easy work.
Errol Spence.
Easy work.
Devin Haney.
Easy work.
Terence Bud Crawford.
Easy work.
Now, Eddie, I'm talking to a promoter, Eddie. I'm listening.
Arios, Stanionis. What other fights are they going to be in? They need to be looking.
All this technical acclaim was put to the ultimate test in June 2026 at the Barclays Center, when Ennis went to war with Xander Zayas to unify the 154-pound division. It was an instant classic, but far from a breeze. In a heart-stopping 3rd round, Zayas landed a flush right hand that genuinely hurt Boots, forcing him to retreat and clinch. It was the first time fans had ever seen him in serious peril. But instead of crumbling, Ennis proved his chin and heart, staying fully composed. He weathered the storm, seized control, and dropped the previously undefeated Zayas 3 times before securing a brutal 7th round stoppage.
Not particularly careful what Crawford says for the most part, but do you kind of feel like some of his critiques of you are I don't know, maybe hate a little bit? I know online he recently said that Fedor is the best guy at 154. He said Fedor would beat you. What do you like to thoughts on that?
I don't pay that no mind though. None of that stuff be bothering me, but like I said, I'm the best at 154. Everybody know it, and I'm gonna keep standing each other every time out. You know.
You said it would be a good fight for as long as it lasts, and you ain't lying, man. People saying that's fight of the year.
I told you. I told him, if you get reckless and come on and try to bang with him, you get knocked out.
You know what I mean?
Is that proof to what you always be saying about not watching tape? Because everybody expected him to box and move.
I told you that's why I don't watch tape. I don't watch tapes, man, because I know Boots knows what to do. He was trained to do that. So sometimes we get out of hand a little bit. We get a little relaxed. He was too relaxed. But then he got himself together. I said, yo, you got to do this. You got to do it. He can't beat from inside and outside. He found out he couldn't beat Boots boxing. He found out he couldn't outbox Boots. So he had to take a chance.
You think that was in the first round when he was trying to sit?
What, 6 rounds? 6 jabs in a row? How many jabs? Boots hit him with? You know what I mean? Then he fight, man, I probably can't outbox him. And I can't move like shit. Boots cut the ring. They tell me Boots know how to cut the ring now? Okay.
But like, come on, bro. What the is that? You know what I mean? And listen, anybody will tell you, I f with Bud Crawford. I f with Bud. I think he one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever do it. I think Boots, one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever do it. Let's just get to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's for next year, but we're going to fight again in October, November. And I said to His Excellency, maybe if you...
His ability to survive deep waters makes his inside game even more intimidating. In technical breakdowns of potential matchups against taller 6'5" fighters like Sebastian Fundora, pros note that Ennis has a secret weapon, his dog-him-out mentality. He knows exactly how to neutralize a taller opponent's reach by stepping aggressively into the pocket, fighting off his back foot just as dangerously as when he presses forward and absolutely tearing into the body.
I feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much...
He has to. Where else he gonna go? He been in this game 10 years, Andre. He gotta make every move he can make right now. He ain't got to, he can't wait forever. We saw what happened with Boo Boo. Boo Boo kept waiting and look what happened with Boo Boo. He waited too long. You understand me? So you can't keep waiting like that. He gotta go. That's why sometimes he having these lapses, because he's not, like you say, he's not used to having to stay focused the whole night, because he's not fighting that he ain't got the right opportunities. So now you got it. You need to go take these opportunities now while they're available. Guess what? Fundora has been KO'd and you have KO power. So that's not a fight you can't win. You understand me? Yeah. And that makes the Virgil fight even bigger too, because now if him and Earl fights, the one of that fight, you go to Dallas and fight that person, there's another huge payday.
It's more money.
You understand where I'm coming from? So you got to look at it from that side too, but that's not ducking. That's just taking fights the smart way, taking the smarter fight first. You understand me? So
I also want to give a shout out to...
Bro, if that fight got announced, everybody would be talking about it. That's enough. That's enough promotion right there. Everybody. If it wouldn't be one boxing channel that wouldn't be talking about that. And you know once you get the women involved, they're gonna be all over it. You know how many women would go to that fight?
He remind them so much of me, but seeing him, I kind of see myself in him, and yes, he deserve it.
That brings us to the ultimate curse of being Jaron Ennis, the avoided fighter narrative. For years, promoters and journalists have labeled him as the sport's highest risk, lowest reward option. Even after his massive unification victory, the boxing world is buzzing with rumors and speculation. Virgil Ortiz Jr. took to social media right after the Zayas fight, claiming he would have slept Ennis if he caught him like Zayas did. But whether these elites will actually sign the contract and step into the ring with him remains to be seen. Calendars suddenly become very complicated when Boots Ennis enters the conversation.
Something wild right now. I think Crawford should fight him right now if he's ever going to fight him. If he wants to, if Crawford has it in his mind to fight Boots, you might as well do it now. What did Floyd Mayweather do with Canelo Alvarez? Now Canelo was already an enormous draw, and that's the difference. Yeah. But he didn't wait till he got super old, and Canelo entered his prime. He got him. Right.
That was a great fight. That was a great fight. I love watching it. I said that's what he was gonna do. My hats off to Xander for taking the fight. Boots showed his levels to it. He showed skill, talent. He showed demeanor. He showed everything he had to be on the pound for pound list.
What would you make in the first round? He knocked Xander down, and it looks like shit. This could be another Usman Lima situation.
Yeah. When I said it was like a flash knockdown, so when I feel like when he got up, I like, okay, it ain't over. And I kind of feel like Boots wanted to get him out of there, but I feel like something in the back of his head, he knew he was gonna finish him, so it's just like, let me show a little bit of something, then finish him. Even after the second knockdown, he put a little bit more pressure on there, but I feel like he should have been stopped in the, I think that was the fifth round.
Yeah, with the uppercut.
Yeah, the fifth round was crazy. So, but that was a great fight, man. And I feel like the ref gave Xander an ample amount of time and times to get back up, and he is the champion, so you gotta give him his shot. But Boots just showed his levels and showed what he was, against the unified champion.
Why do you feel like everybody's making a big deal of the third round where Boots looked like he was hurt?
Cause I feel like it's boxing. Whether you doing good, bad, however you do, they gonna find something to take it from. They always gonna find something negative. So he knocked him out, so they had to figure something out to say about him. But I mean, it's boxing. It's prize fighting. It's entertainment, so you gotta give the fans something good to see. Like, I ain't say take hits, but I mean, he got hit a couple times. What fighter have not got hit? So, but I don't know. I guess how he carry himself and his demeanor, I feel like they always try to stay on him. But I mean, it's all fighters though. They always try to find something to degrade them and degrade the accomplishment and performance.
The prices would be crazy.
They coming out for that fight?
What?
They coming out for that fight?
Bro, that would be like, bro, that would be like watching, bro, like I can't even find a comparison, bro. That would be a crazy fight. That'd be it. It's not about being known, it's about the combination of the two. You don't have to know Boots for it to be a good dance. You get what I'm saying? So once people get to talking about it,
Looking ahead, analysts are offering warnings about future weight climbs to 160 or 168 pounds. They note that while his offense is historically great, he'll need to stay defensively sound and avoid getting lazy on the inside, because taking clean shots from naturally bigger men is an entirely different game. But if his recent performances are any indication, Jaron Ennis isn't just another hype contender climbing the ranks. He's a highly intelligent, fearless anomaly